ma'am. I'm Jalay Hinanda from Group 4. With my group mates, Freedom Joven and Brian Patrick Aspar, we gonna report about the Indigenous People Rights Act 1997 or Republic Act 8371, Recognition and Protection of Indigenous People in the Philippines. Philippines is a home of many indigenous people with a unique culture, tradition, and also a languages. Many of them suffer from discrimination, abuse, and also loss of their ancestral land. So, to come up with this issue, National Commission of Indigenous People or NCIP is make a law for them, which is Republic Act 8371, to recognize, protect, and promote their right as indigenous people. And these are the key provisions of Indigenous People Republic Act law and their examples.
Number 1. Rights to ancestral domain and ancestral land. One of the most crucial aspects of IPRA is the recognition of the ancestral domains and ancestral land of indigenous people. Through this law, ICC and IPS can obtain a certificate of ancestral domain title, which serves as legal proof of their ownership of ancestral land. Example, in 2019, a certificate of ancestral domain title was granted to the Manobo in Mindanao, giving them legal rights over their lands. This was important in preserving mining and plantation. This was important in preventing mining and plantation companies from exploiting their natural resources. And in the Cordillera region, the Ifugao people continue to preserve the Banawe rice terraces, which are part of their ancestral domain. Because of IPRA, their role as steward of the environment is legally recognized. Ang sa number 1 daw ay binibigyan sila ng batas or ng title na sa kanila ang lupa na yon at hindi pwedeng minahin or hindi pwedeng sirain yung kanilang lupa or lands. And
Number 2, right to self-government and empowerment. Dito po, hinahayaang i-organisa or pamahalaan ang mga indigenous people sa kanilang tribo, ngunit katulong pa din pa naman nila ang mga local government sa mga pag-organize nito or kung may mga plano sila o proyekto sa kanilang tribo. For example po, dito sa Palawan, ang mga leader ng tribong Tagbanwa ay kasali sa Local Government Council at katulong nila ito sa mga proyekto nila para sa kanilang tribo. Number 3, social justice and human rights. Dito po, ang government ay gumawa ng special programs for indigenous people to avoid the discrimination and to give them equal opportunities and education, healthcare, and other basic services. For example po, ang mga students na kasali sa mga tribo ay binibigyan nila ng libreng school supplies at libreng healthcare, which is nagbibigay sila ng sa mga tribo na libreng check-up, libreng gamot at iba pang basic services for them.
Number 4, cultural integrity. IPRA recognizes the importance of indigenous knowledge, traditions, and cultural heritage. It prohibits the unauthorized use or misrepresentation of indigenous ritual, artifacts, and art. Example, in Kalinga, there are indigenous law prohibiting non-indigenous individual from using traditional batok Design without permission from the tribe. The Hudhud chants of the Ifugao were recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage thanks to IPRA's protection of indigenous tradition. Thank you.
The National Commission on Indigenous People, NCIP. The NCIP was established to enforce the law and protect the rights of ICCS IPs. It's responsible for issuing Certificate of Ancestral Domain title, CATD, and Certificate of Ancestral Land title, CALT. Commission on Indigenous People ay isang ahensya na nagtatanggol sa mga karapatan ng mga katuwang pamayanan sa Pilipinas. Isa sa mga tungkulin nito ay ipatupad ang mga batas na nagpoprotekta sa kanila at mga issue ng Certificate of Ancestral Domain at Certificate of Ancestral Land Title na nagpapatunay ng kanilang legal na pagmamayari sa kanilang mga lupang. Halimbawa na lang ng mga ito sa tulong ng NCIP na bigyan ng CADT ang mga subanen sa Sumbuanga, kaya't sila lang ang may karapatan sa kanilang ancestral domain. Isa pang tungkulin ng NICIP ay tiyaking makonsulta muna ang mga katubo bago aprubahan ang anumang proyekto na maaaring makaapekto sa kanilang pamumuhay. Funding and penalties. To ensure the implementation of the law, an ancestral domain fund is allocated for program and projects benefiting ICCS INIPs. Additionally, penalties are imposed on individuals or companies that violate indigenous rights. Upang matiyak ang maayos na pagpapatupad ng batas, inilaan ng ancestral domain funds para sa mga programa at proyekto na makikinabang ang mga katutubong pamayanan. Bukod dito, may mga ipapataw na parusa sa mga individual o kumpanyang lumabag sa mga karapatan ng mga katutubo. Halimbawa na lamang dito, isang kumpanya ay ng pagtutrosa ang ipinagmulta at pinatigil ang operasyon matapos matuklasan pumasok ito sa lupang ninuno ng walang pahintulot ng ribbon. Bago makapagsimula ang proyekto sa ancestral land, kailangan makakuha ang mga korporasyon ng free prior and informed consent mula sa mga katubong pamamayan upang matiyak na alam at sinangayunan nila ang mga proyektong papasok sa mga dito. And for our conclusion, the Indigenous People Rights Act of 1997 is a landmark law that provides legal protection and recognition of the rights of indigenous people in the Philippines. Through this law, indigenous communities are empowered to defend their ancestral land, culture, and way of life. Despite challenges in its implementation, IPRA remains a cornerstone of justice and respect for the rights of indigenous people in the country. Sinasabi dito ay ang Indigenous People Rights Act of 1992 ay isang mahalagang batas na nagbibigay ng legal na proteksyon at pagkakilala sa mga karapatan ng mga katutubong pamayanan sa Pilipinas. Sa pamamagitan ng batas na ito, binigyan ng kapangyarihan ng mga ito ng mga katubo na ipagtanggol ang kanilang lupang ninuno, kultura at paraan ng pamumuhay. Bagat sa mga hamon sa pagpapatupad dito ng implementasyon ng katarungan at paggalang sa karapatan ng mga katubo ang IPRA law sa bansa.